Good morning! Welcome back to my channel. My name is Alicia Claire, and today I'm bringing you 3 breakfast ideas that are vegan, healthy, easy, straightforward, and I just want to show you guys that it doesn't have to be picture perfect. It doesn't have to be loaded with a million different things to be good for you and to have secret nutrients. So if you're returning to my channel, welcome back. If you are new, welcome. So happy to have you. And if you enjoyed this video and want to see more videos like this or vlogs in a tiny house, or if you just want to help me hit my 1,000 subscriber goal, then subscribe. And of course, like the video if you like it. But let's get on into it. I've got these 3 recipes loaded and ready to go. Our first recipe is a flaxseed vegan French toast. 3 pieces of any vegan bread. I love using this Dave's Killer bread, the organic 21 whole grains and seeds, because by itself it's already packed with a lot of nutrients. It has 5 grams of protein per slice, 5 grams of fiber, 260 milligrams of ALA omega-3, and 22 grams of whole grains. Half a cup of soy milk or any other plant-based milk, 1 tablespoon of flax, and half a teaspoon of cinnamon. I recently learned a little trick with pouring out of containers like these. I always thought that it just made sense to pour where the opening is closest to what you were pouring to, but recently I discovered that if you actually pour it in the other direction so that the spout is on the top, you end up not glugging out as much, if you will. It's easier to control your pour. Then I add our tablespoon of flax to the soy milk and mix that together. I want to give it a little bit of time to turn into a bit of a flax egg mixture, so I'm not going to add the cinnamon right away. I'm actually going to turn on my Cuisinart griddler and let this start getting to temperature while I wait for the flax and the soy milk to do its thing. The French toast honestly does take the longest out of the 3 of these recipes, so I tend to put it a little bit higher of a temperature. I'll do about 325 to 350, and even at that, it's still gonna be an easy 10 plus minutes on each side of this French toast. And I love using this griddler because I found that both with the pancakes that you'll see later and the French toast here, really anything that I'm making on it, I never need to add butter or oil or anything of the sort. So that is why I will always lean towards these over just a regular pan. Even if it's non-stick, I always have the best luck with these griddlers. While the griddler is heating, you can also take your pieces of Dave's bread and just set them on top of the griddler and let them dry out a little bit. Some recipes will call for you to bake your bread beforehand or leave it out overnight, both of which can be done. I just find it very convenient to let it sit on the griddler while everything else is being prepared, and it dries it out a little bit. After our griddler has gotten to temperature and our flax egg mixture has had some time, I will then add in our half teaspoon of cinnamon and continue to mix that till combined. And after the bread has dried out or toughened up a little bit to the touch, then we're ready to go to make the French toast. The bread can soak up the mixture quite quickly, so I try to flip it pretty fast. I really just set it in the mixture. You can use a fork, you can use a spatula. I flip it over and then just put it right on the griddler, and I repeat this with the 3 pieces of bread. One thing that can be really convenient, especially because the French toast can take a little bit of time to cook, you can always make extra and put them in the fridge or the freezer and then heat them up in the morning, whether it's in the toaster, in the oven, in the air fryer, on the griddler again, but make a much quicker breakfast that is nutritious and ready to go. Once the French toast is on the griddler, I'll leave it for about 5 minutes and then flip it, and then I cook it to my preference. I like it when it's not mushy on the inside, so that will have me leaving it on there for sometimes 20 to 30 minutes, and then I'll even close the griddler at the end and let it cook both sides as if it were a sandwich, just to extra get the heat in there. So we already know what's really good about the Dave's bread, but flax seeds are also pretty high in omega-3 and fiber, and then they also have antioxidants in them, which can help protect against cancer, heart disease, lower blood pressure. I also always top my French toast and pancakes with syrup, which I am not shy about. I do about 2 tablespoons on my servings for breakfast, especially when it's pure maple syrup. They aren't empty calories. They have antioxidants, zinc, magnesium, riboflavin, calcium, and potassium. So even your topper there is filling it up in the nutrient department. And of course you can top your French toast with some blueberries if you want, fresh bananas, nuts, seeds. You can really add anything on top. But I'm just being true to myself, true to form. I always eat it plain, and I'm very happy with the nutrients and everything that it provides, even by itself. Next up, we have our oatmeal. I've never been an overnight oats person, so this has always worked for me the best. And I even saw a YouTube video at one point that was asking a handful of vegan doctors what they always have for breakfast, and oatmeal was the highest mentioned answer. So that's always stuck with me. For time, you can also microwave your oatmeal, and that can be done in less than 5 minutes. We are not blessed with a microwave in our tiny house, so I will be doing this on the stovetop. I just start by turning my pan to a medium heat, and oatmeal is always a 1-to-2 ratio. So 1 being the oatmeal, 2 being the liquid. We personally are doing half a cup of oatmeal to 1 cup of liquid, whether it's water, plant-based milk, it can be sweetened or unsweetened, but if you wanted to do more, then of course you just up that. You could do 3/4 of a cup oatmeal and 1.5 cups of water, a cup of oatmeal, 2 cups of water and milk, however you want to do it out. So just remembering the 1-to-2 ratio whenever figuring out oatmeal. I like using a combination of water and an unsweetened, unflavored soy milk just to hit my proper caloric goal for this meal. So I do 2/3 of a cup of the Trader Joe's unsweetened, unflavored soy milk and 1/3 of a cup of water. I'm gonna stir this occasionally until it starts to bubble, which is about 4 minutes. Then add my 10 grams, which is half a serving of Form protein powder, unflavored. Mix that until combined. Then 10 grams of brown sugar and 1 gram of cinnamon, which is half a teaspoon. I continue stirring this for my desired consistency, which for me is about 7 minutes total. So 3 minutes past when it started bubbling. But everyone can be different here. I know that my husband likes his oatmeal a little more milky than I like mine. As I mentioned, oatmeal is very nutrient dense. It has high fiber, good vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants, again, which is really good for that digestive health. And cinnamon is also an antioxidant. It's anti-inflammatory, antiviral, boosts your metabolism, and is good for your skin. So I've been adding a lot more cinnamon to things, especially since I found out that you shouldn't let your spices sit for more than a couple months. And we can have the same spices for like a year. So I'm trying to intentionally use a lot of spices that we have so that I'm refilling them on a more consistent basis. And my preferred toppings are always raisins, so I add 15 grams of raisins once we're done. And raisins are not just humiliated grapes, Pirates of the Caribbean reference, if anybody loves that movie also. They aid in digestion, they're anti-inflammatory, and they help to regulate the balance of bacteria in your gut, as well as being high in fiber. So raisins, good stuff here to add on top. You can of course also do the banana, blueberries, peanut butter, almond butter, nuts, seeds. You can make it as fancy as you want to. But again, I just want to show you that you can have high nutrient while having a simpler breakfast meal. Last but not least, we have our pancakes. I here am using a mix by Otherworld. They have a couple different types of always vegan pancake mixes that are packed full of hidden vegetables. And it's okay if you make your pancakes or your waffles from a pre-purchased mix. Of course, if you can find them more packed like this guy, more power to ya. They do sell them, of course, on their own website, on Amazon. I don't think they're actually in stores yet, but I've been a huge fan of their flavors so far. If I can find it on Amazon, I will link it down below for your convenience, along with any other featured products that we do use here. One serving of pancakes is only 110 calories, so I triple this recipe, which means that I do 3/4 cup mix and 3/4 cup water. I just pour it right into this measuring glass here because it makes it really easy to mix it and then really easy to pour it onto the griddler. As noted, we don't need to use any oil or spray on the griddler, so I will just turn that on and get that heated up to 350 degrees. They only take about 3 minutes to cook on each side, so these are pretty quick. I'll just put them out into however many pancakes, set a timer for 3 minutes, flip them when needed, give them another 3 minutes, and then they'll be good to go. These pancakes have zucchini in them, which is really good for immune support. They also have dates for a natural sweetness, which is really good for your immune system as well, and whole grains for gut and heart health. Using these pancake mixes has made me really excited to actually make my own at-home pancake mix. That way I can just have it in a jar off to the side, scoop out half a cup or however much, and make my own pancakes as opposed to needing to buy the bags like this. So stay tuned because hopefully soon I will have a bulk pancake mix recipe for you guys to make your life simpler as well. And as a friendly reminder, you can also always make more pancakes and put those in the fridge or freezer just like that French toast. I'm looking forward to diving into these guys, but thank you so much for watching my video. If you have any questions, leave them down below. If you have any other simple vegan breakfast suggestions, also leave those down below. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did enjoy this video, feel free to give it that like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys next time. Videos coming out on Tuesdays and Fridays. Bye.